Hey guys, and the series continues. We got vintage craftsman against newer craftsman. These are good, made in good old USA. They're about 40 plus years old. They're the V wrenches, the raised panel. These were made in India. These are the craftsman new raised panels. But before we get into that video, I want to announce the winner of the Icon Professional Ratchet, low profile 92 3/8 drive ratchet. Okay. I've done a lot of giveaways. This is the, let me see, 11th. This is my 11th giveaway in 3 months. And the winner is, I want to hear a drum roll. Are you ready? Jaybird 911. Again, Jaybird 911. That's his call name. You won the Icon Professional Ratchet. Now you can get a hold of my email at ja.tavani@yahoo.com. I'll pin a note below the video as well, and send me your real name. Where do you want me to send it? And please include a zip code. Next Saturday, I'm feeling generous. It's Christmas time. Is this Tone ratchet wrench, 4-piece set. It's a long pattern flex head double box, 12-point box on one side, flex head on the other side. Made in Japan. Tone is in the house. Reverse lever, super nice. 0-degree offset, and it's got the little, like a built-in socket almost on the other side. So if you flip it over, you can get flush. You go on the other side of it, you can get in a recessed area or pull it away from your work. That's a nice ratchet set. That's next Saturday's giveaway. So if you have subscribed, you got a chance to win. It's that simple. Okay, getting off that, this is a newer set. It was made in India. It's a 7-piece set, Craftsman. The model number is CMMT21086. It was on Amazon for $15. Okay, that's the box that came in here. Came with that pouch. The pouch is nothing great, but you know, what do you want for that kind of money, right? Full lifetime warranty. I'm not sure about how that's going to work out for you. And there's the model number again, CMMT21086. Now that being said, I've had these for 40 plus years. I have not used them. So it is what it is as far as that goes. It's just a comparison. I pulled both 13 millimeters side by side here. They are both the same length. They both have the raised panel. The raised panel on the old Craftsman is higher and more pronounced than it is on the one made in India. I don't know if you can pick that up in the camera, but there is quite a difference in how high the raised panel is. The chrome looks, these didn't have that nice of a chrome anyways back then, the old ones. The chrome looks very similar. You know, I try to duplicate it, obviously, and they're both the same model number, so this is apples to apples. Let's see if I can get it in here for you. They're both the same model number. If you can see it there. 42917, and the same in here, 42917. So they are apples to apples. Now, I was kind of surprised with tolerances on these. They weren't too bad, but before we get to that, I want to do another thing here. I want to weigh it. Because the new Craftsmans are not as beefy. I put a caliper on the beam of the old one here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's zero this caliper here for a minute. Here's the beam on the old one, how thick the beam is. 5.99. The beam on the new Craftsman is 6.71, so it's almost a millimeter wider. And I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to weigh the old Craftsman here. This is a 13 mil. 71.7 grams. We'll round it out to 72. So say 72 grams for the old Craftsman. There's the new one, 90.2. That's 18 grams heavier. Now, I don't know if they did that for strength. They made them thicker. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. These are a lot heavier wrenches than the old ones. And the other thing is, I did take a HRC Rockwell scale file to it, and that's where they both started to scratch. So they're just probably under 65, which they should be, because for chrome vanadium, you should be between 62 and 64 for the hardness scale. So they were pretty close to that. That was another surprise. Now let's put a caliper on the open end part. This 13 mil I got is pretty beat up, my old one. The jaws are kind of dented and opening up, so I don't know how accurate this is going to be because the jaws are beat up. It's 40 years old. 13.15 there. Let's go to the one made in India. Got a 0. You want to be 13.15. Hold on a minute. That wasn't accurate. It was a little bit too low. 13.21. That's not too bad. It's a little bit, it's not as good as the old Craftsman, but it's not horrible. I was surprised it's even that, being made in India. Let's try up top here more. 13.31 in the old Craftsman. Let's try the new one here. See, the top's different though. Let me see here. It's almost the same as far as that part goes. So they're not horrible, which surprised me. I put it on a fastener, the box end part here. This is the new one. I put it on the box end, which is the part you're going to use anyways. It's not horrible. I was surprised about that. It's not horrible. And the old vintage Craftsman. Some of you guys, either you like these panel wrenches or you didn't. I didn't mind them. Some guys hated them. The Craftsman is a lot tighter in the box, though. Yeah, it's not moving around as much. Go back to the new Craftsman. Let me get it in there for you. Hey guys, ever subscribe? Think about subscribing. I do a lot of giveaways and a lot of tools. Not horrible. Craftsman's probably a bit better than the old one. Let's pull a 10 mil because we all use a 10 mil, right? Am I correct? Yes. So let's grab a 10 and the 10 new stuff, the new Craftsman. Put them side by side, both the same length. Both got the raised panel again. The raised panel on the old Craftsman's is more pronounced. And it's a little bit, it's not as wide. See if I can put it here for you. It's not as wide either. There's the old one, and there's the new one. This looks a little bit more crude, but then again, these were not the professional grade. They had a professional line. I never bought the professional line back then. I just use the raised panels mostly. I don't use them much anymore. They're short. They're just for they're on my shadow box on my wall now. Check out that video. But they're very, very similar, that's for sure. All right, let's weigh this. Let's weigh the 10. I'll weigh the Craftsman, 10 mil, 43.7. We'll round it out to 44 grams. Here's the new one. Wow, 57.4. So that's quite a difference. You're talking 14 grams. So these are a lot heavier. But that explains it too, because the beam's a lot thicker. You can probably see it right there. The beam is a lot thicker on the new ones on top. The beam is a lot thicker and more stout. Maybe that's because of the metal. I don't know, not being as good, but when I put them on the Rockwell file, they were pretty close, and that was a surprise to me. I try to give a fair review, I am an old Craftsman diehard, don't get me wrong, but here is the box on the 10, new one. It's not horrible. Here is the box on the old Craftsman. It's a little bit better than the old Craftsman, I can tell you that right now. Let's put a caliper on the 10. Don't want to make this video too long. Here's the Craftsman, old Craftsman. I keep saying Craftsman. Well, this is the old Craftsman. It's Craftsman here, Jeff. 10.14. On the new one made in India with 0 this. Let's make everybody happy. 10.14. 10.21. So that's not as good on the India stuff. Let's go a little higher up. 10.26. because it changes throughout the out the realm here. 10.19. Put the open end in the fastener. This is a 10 mil. That's the one made in India. Yeah, it's got quite a bit of play in the 10 on that one. The 13 wasn't as bad, I don't think. So they're not consistent. That's better than the old one. So my thoughts on these are, I was actually surprised. I thought they would be worse for the ones made in India. They're not bad. I think the old ones got them beat. For tolerance and the way they feel in my hand, these are a little bit more pronounced. How the beam is thick, and they weigh quite a bit more. Now, let me know what you think about that. That could be for the steel not being as good inside. I don't know, but they weigh quite a bit more. We'll weigh one more for just for the hell of it. Let's put the 8 millimeter on here. 28.4 grams for the new one. 28.4. There's the old one. Well, that's close. Those two were a gram apart, but the other ones were a lot apart. So it's some food for thought. You know, I thought the weight of them was something that was kind of cool to check out. So the old Craftsman's don't weigh near what these weigh, which I thought was very interesting. All right, guys, let me know what you think of the series. Will continue tomorrow. And like I said, when I put a file on these for the hardness scale, they were pretty close. Now, I know it's not conclusive with the Rockwell files, but it's food for thought. It's definitely interesting. We'll be doing some more with that later, but leave a comment below. I'll get back to you. Have a great day. And again, Jaybird911. I'll mail that out as soon as you give me a address. Okay, guys, take care.